Hey, you guys, and welcome back to the Youth Ministry Mentor. Just a quick video for you guys today. In this video, I want to talk about the difference between teaching and mentoring. And then at the end of the video, I want to give you something for free because I love to give you free stuff. So hang in there and I'll give you something free at the end. But I wanted to talk today about just the difference between teaching and mentoring and how they're different. And, we all in ministry, specifically youth ministry, I think, we wear a lot of different hats. And I'm just going to touch on two of them today. But there will be times in your ministry where you are wearing the hat of a teacher. And what that means is, you have sort of this responsibility to have planned a lesson. You have some information, some facts or some things that you're teaching to your students. And so this is more focused on delivering knowledge or teaching skills to your students. And it's just more about conveying information. I know something, I've done my homework, I've done the research, and I'm teaching you something. So whether that's teaching a lesson, a Sunday school lesson, or a lesson at youth group, or teaching a Bible study, you've done the homework, you know some things, maybe you learned things at Bible college, and you're teaching that information, okay? And it's a little more formal, it's a little more structured. And I think that's kind of the obvious part. But one of the things I think sometimes we miss a little bit is what it means to be a mentor and how that's different than being a teacher. Being a mentor it has to do with being more relational. And it's a little more personal. It's I know you as a person. This isn't just me that could teach anybody. When you're a mentor, you don't just get the opportunity to mentor everyone that you want to. You don't just mentor everyone, but you have a personal relationship with some of these students. And you won't have that connection with every single student, but there will be some that you connect with and they trust you and you want to invest in and you have this personal relationship. And I think that the idea is more of walking alongside them, coming alongside them and saying, let's just walk through life together. This isn't me with all of the answers. I'm not Jesus. I don't have every answer for every situation, for every student. But it's just saying, hey, where are you in your life and what are you going through? What are you trying to learn? How are you trying to grow? And it doesn't all have to be negative. It's not always helping them with problems. Sometimes it's just positive. It's like, yeah, I'm kind of thinking about going to this college or working on this thing, or this is what I want to get better at. It could look a lot of different ways, but it's more coming alongside them. And sometimes it's just helping them navigate things themselves. Just being a partner, being a friend, and saying like, how would you handle that situation? Or, what do you think might work best here? And sort of letting them kind of figure things out with your love and care and gentle instruction without coming in and saying, I have all the answers. This is exactly what you need to do. Just do A, B, and C, and that'll solve your problem, or that'll give you success. It's not doing that. And I think the other thing too is, I think really when we talk about mentoring, it's less about facts and figures. That would be teaching. But when we talk about mentoring, I think it's sometimes we can mentor in ways that are like encouraging kids to learn how to be more confident, or how to have more self-esteem, or how to work on their leadership qualities, or how to make better decisions. These are things that aren't exactly like, here's your answer. But it's kind of, okay, what has worked in the past for you? What has not worked in the past for you? And so how might we do things different? And, you can confide in me and I can maybe be an accountability partner for you and help you just navigate through these things. And so again, we wear a lot of different hats, and I would just encourage you today, as you're watching this video, to think about in your ministry throughout your week or throughout your month, in what areas do I wear my teacher hat? And what does that look like? And how am I going to be a really good teacher? And then be just very conscious of what areas am I wearing my mentor hat? And how can I be a really good mentor? And to what students am I going to be a mentor to? Because again, not every student wants you to be their mentor. Not every student will give you the opportunity to be their mentor, but some will. So just something to think about today. being a teacher versus being a mentor. And I promised a giveaway, so here's a little freebie thing that I'd like to give to you. I have this little, let's put it up here so you can see it. This little form, this little paper that I have printed out, put it on my bulletin board, and it's just different translations of the Bible, several different translations of the Bible. But the cool thing about it is they're listed in order of the ones at the top are the most literal word for word translations. And then it kind of orders them from word for word translations down to thought for thought translations. Those that are a little less literal and more kind of gives you the idea. But I have found this very beneficial for me in my ministry. Again, I printed this out, put it on my bulletin board. So at a glance, when I'm preparing a lesson or I'm preparing a sermon or a Bible study, I can, at a quick glance, look at that and kind of decide, hey, maybe I just want to go back and look at this version that's going to give me more of a word for word translation, and then maybe compare that to maybe one in the middle, and then one that's really a thought for thought. And it just kind of helps me understand the Bible a little bit better and helps me maybe in the way I teach some things. So something I stumbled across years ago, printed out, it's come in handy for me. And so if you just want to click in the link in the description below, you can have that for free as well. And I hope that that'll be a nice free resource for you in your ministry. So that's all I have for you today. A couple of things to think about. I hope this is helping you grow and be successful in your youth ministry. If this was helpful for you, please like the video. That definitely helps me out. If you know friends or colleagues that would benefit from this video and some of the things that I have to share and some of the tools that I have to give for free, share that with your friends. Let them know about the channel too so that we can grow this community. And as always, subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of this good content and we can be friends. So that's all I have for you today. And I want you to know, as always, I love you, but not nearly as much as Jesus does. God bless you guys.